What's up, guys? It's Matt here at Silver Star Outdoors. It is Wednesday, and if you're seeing my ugly mug, then that can only mean one thing. It's Western Wednesday. And unfortunately, the sheriff couldn't be here, but he left me a message. And maybe we can find out what it was exactly, but he said something about his hat, okay? So he is not here today, but he still left us a Western goodie somewhere. So we're going to try to find that real quick here in just a second. But first, I want to show you a couple things that came in the store, as a matter of fact, yesterday. So check this out, guys. We just got in yesterday. This is a used Stoeger model 2000. It's a semi-automatic 12 gauge with chokes, chambered for 3-inch shells. So if you like the classic wood on steel look, which I think a lot of us do, the Stoeger 2000 may be your new turkey gun. It'll chamber up to 3-inch shells. I think it's going to hold like 5 in the magazine there, or 4 in the magazine. Great looking wood. You know, there's a couple little used little nicks and dents and things like that. There's a little chip out of that, but overall it's in fantastic condition. The bore looks fantastic. A great gun. It comes with 3 chokes total. So if you're looking for a true wood and steel turkey gun, this Stoeger 2000 may be your next gun. So also, just yesterday we got in, this is Savage Model 10 bull barrel 308. So it's got the big bull barrel there. This is a Model 10, so it's like a precursor to the 110. But yeah, it's chambered in 308. I don't know. I think it's a 20-inch barrel, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a pretty decent little Simmons scope on there. It'll get you dialed in, get you ready to shoot this year. But this one could have some potential. I mean, you guys could build it your way. Of course, it's got the Weaver rail on there, and that's fantastic for optics. But, you know, you guys could go to Boyd's and you could get you a beautiful wood stock for this gun. That would be fantastic. Bench gun or something like that. Savage Model 10 in 308. So if you guys are looking for a 308 in a bull barrel, you might want to check this one out real quick here. Also, now this isn't part of the Old West, but this came in from a guy that was from the western side of Harrisburg. So I don't know if that's considered west enough. Maybe not. But this is the one and only Glock 19. So this is a Gen 3 Glock 19. Has the anodized stainless slide. Of course, the polymer lower. This one has been treated to fiber optic sights. And man, do they really show up. 3 magazines with this one, barely used. It was owned by a little old man on the west side of Harrisburg, so it's barely been used. So if you guys look for a Glock 19, there you go. 3 mags with that one. And then we got in, and of course we always keep these in. We try to keep these in stock. G2C, G3Cs. This is G2C, just came in. It's got the adjustable rear sight. You know it's a G2C. But, you know, it's got your safety on there, 12+1 capacity. Hard to see, but this one has a gray, like a gunmetal gray lower and a black upper. So a little different than the standard black one. So very good gun. For the money, you can't beat a little gun like this, a little 9mm. These, I think, also come in 40 cal as well. So a couple little handguns right there in case you guys are looking for a new handgun or a different handgun today. Now, the sheriff told me a clue, or he told me a riddle, sorry. Told me a riddle. Something to do with the Old West, all right? And he said, you can always trust a man by what's under his hat, all right? You can always trust a man by what's under his hat. I don't know what that means, but the sheriff left his hat laying out, so it must have something to do with his hat. So let's see. I don't see anything. You always trust a man by what's under his hat. All right. Don't see anything around the sides of the hat. I don't want to get it too crinkledy or wrinkly. That's what he meant. You can always trust a man by what's under his hat. Well, of course, the sheriff is going to keep a derringer close by because he's the sheriff. This is the Bearman derringers. These are this was in a 38 special. It's a little flip up barreled 38. Load that sucker up with a couple of your favorite rounds, and you got yourselves a little under the hat gun. They do have a very long hammer pull. The great thing about these guns is they do have a safety, and so you can actually, if you want to, you could carry it cocked and then have the safety bar on, and then it's pretty safe. And then, you know, it's very safe, and then you won't have to worry about accidental fire. It does have the guard around here. Some of the earlier ones did not have the guard. This one does. So again, that's another safety feature they've added to it. So now you guys know what's under the sheriff's hat. It is a 38 special derringer. Even when the man is not here, he still manages to get Western with us. Hats off to you, Sheriff. And I don't think his hat will fit me. I got a gigantic head, I'm sorry. His hat won't fit me, but I bet that derringer will go under my hat, so I might have to put that under my hat someday. I knew he wouldn't let us down. The sheriff is Western. Even when he's not here, he's still Western. So he left us that little tidbit, the Bearman 38 Special Derringer. Derringers are Western guys. I mean, those guys would sit down to a table. They'd have one of those in their shirt pockets or their vest pockets or something like that. The sheriff, in his case, had one under his hat. You know, he might have it in the boot or something like that. Back in the old West, you had to do what you had to do to take care of yourself, to be safe, to survive. Sometimes that meant packing several different firearms. So, guys, if you're looking for anything that we showed off today, if you need a derringer under your hat, come see us, Silver Star Outdoors. We're here in Harrisburg, right across from the public library. So, you guys take care and have a great Wednesday.